Hey everybody, Caleb here. Today I've got something a little bit different. I've got a pink mandolin, and this was sent to me by Vangoa, the company that made it, to get my 2 cents and what I thought about it. And it's a pretty reasonable beginner mandolin. I haven't done basically any work to this, and right out of the box, tuned it up, and it actually plays pretty good if you play it right. So I thought we'd kind of look at this thing. I'll set it down and we can look at it a little bit closer, all the stuff that comes with it. Kind of get my opinion on if you were looking for a beginner mandolin set, what you could do with this thing. So, if you were going to buy this pink mandolin, this is kind of a starter kit. It comes with a couple of things. It comes with a tuner, a set of strings, a bag to put this stuff in. It comes with some picks. I've got them loose. There's 4 picks of 4 different sizes it comes with. It comes with a chord sheet and a fretboard map, I suppose. And it comes with a carrying case. And the carrying case is one of the things I like the most. It also comes with a strap. So a strap, and then this bag, and I really like this bag. I gotta say that it's probably one of the things here that is I'm most impressed with. That this starter kit comes with like a bag, like a real bag. The one, when I started playing mandolin, I bought a similar thing where it was it came with the mandolin and the strap and the bag and a set of strings, but that was about it, and the bag is nowhere near as nice as this thing is. That it actually is the shape of a mandolin and holds shape, and it's got a place to stash your strings or your picks or whatever you need in here. Strap. This bag is really nice. It's really one of the reasons I told them to go ahead and send it to me, is I wanted to show this off, that you can get a starter mandolin with an actual nice bag. As well, when I started playing mandolin, I bought a kit and it didn't come with anything near as nice as this. Moreover, this would have been nice to actually have the chords in front of you, so you know what your chords are when you're learning to play. And it's got, everything here, and then all the notes on the fretboard. And that's really nice. It comes with 4 picks. You're really only going to use probably the 2 thicker ones for the mandolin. I will tell you the thickness of these picks. We have a 0.46 millimeter, 0.71 millimeter, 0.96 millimeter, and 1.2 millimeter. And for mandolin, you really want a nice thick pick, so this is probably the one you're going to use, but they're all here if you need them. The strings, and while we're on the topic of strings, it doesn't say what kind of strings they are, material, but you can see these are not bronze strings, and that's unusual to me for beginner mandolins and cheaper mandolins, but it's a really nice thing that it's got not bronze strings, because on mandolins you really want to take away some of that high end, and those bronze strings have a lot of good high end when they're new. You'd like a more mellow string. So this, I'm not sure what they are, but they're silver in color, and that is an upgrade in my opinion. My first mandolin did not have silver strings. They were bronze strings, and eventually you wear them in, but generally when you're going mandolin, you want, for tone, for sound, this is what you want. So you've got a spare set of strings. It's 11 to 35. We've got the tuner. The tuner is okay. I've been playing with it and testing it. I've been playing this mandolin for about a week now, just trying to get used to how everything works and how well it works and what it sounds like. And the tuner itself, the tuner that comes with it is okay. It would be probably perfectly fine for a beginner. However, if you're getting serious about this, I would suggest probably an upgrade to the tuner. It's maybe just a little loose with the tuning, but for a bare beginner, that's not that big of a deal. It'll get you close enough that you're doing good. And then it comes with a strap, and the strap is nice, and I've got to give kudos to them on this. It comes with a strap, and it has 2 strap buttons on the mandolin. One here and one here. For an A-style mandolin to have 2 strap buttons in this price range is kind of foreign to me. When I started playing mandolin and I bought my beginner mandolin, it did not have a strap button up here. It came with a strap that you put through the headstock here, and there's not really room there underneath those strings for my strap, but that is how it is. It's not great. I would definitely prefer to have the strap button. So this one has 2 strap buttons, and it's really nice to have 2 strap buttons to hold your strap on there, and it actually holds it properly. You don't really want to go putting a strap on the headstock. It puts extra tension on there you don't really need. But it comes with a strap. It's I would say it's some kind of nylon strap. It's fairly soft. It's nice for a beginner instrument. When we start actually talking about the mandolin here and looking at this thing, it is made out of plywood of some kind. You can see inside it's white. They say that the bridge and saddle are walnut. I believe that. It's a fairly dense wood. I did just a tiny amount of filing on the edges here. That was my only real complaint about the playability of this thing, was the edges of the saddles were really sharp. So I just took like a really small file and rounded that over, and it comes off fairly brown. So yes, I would believe that this is walnut. The fretboard is some engineered wood. I know the last time I had a mandolin on here and I didn't change the saddle out, somebody asked me about changing the saddle out. And what I have found is with the beginner range, the cheaper Chinese mandolins, the saddle is not the same size, not the same standard size. So I'm sure someone is already wondering, can I change the saddle out with like an antler saddle? The spacing on the outside edges, the spacing on the posts is not the same. So you can't just drop this on. If you wanted to use this, you would need a whole new bridge piece, the whole new foot piece. So that is maybe a drawback. It's not really that big of a deal, I think. It doesn't sound too bad as it is. So it's actually doing pretty good. The only other thing I did, I think that I've done, is I put a little bit of something soft underneath the cap on the tailpiece, which I've got to say is an improvement compared to my mandolin. This cap piece always falls off on my mandolin, my beginner mandolin, and this one stays on here, and that's really nice. Huge improvement. That's on there tight, and it's really nice. But I stuck a piece of, like a soft piece of neoprene in here to mute these strings. It helps get the sound a little cleaner when you don't have the strings ringing out. So that's, I have 2 things. I've got 2 things that I've done to this mandolin so far, and I've been playing this for, a week or 2 at this point, and I'm happy. Which is considerably less than I've done to my mandolin that I usually play. The fret edges came out really good. You can't feel them. That's unusual for me for a beginner instrument. And of course, to address the elephant in the room, the real reason I told them to go ahead and send this to me was Vangoa, sent me an email. Hey, we've got this pink mandolin we'd like to send you. And I laughed and laughed and laughed at pink mandolin. So I said, yeah, go ahead and send me your pink mandolin. Um, it's it's pink. It's not terribly pink though. It's not like a neon pink. It's definitely more of a salmony pink. But I thought it was very funny that they wanted to send me a pink mandolin. So this is my pink mandolin. It's really not a bad color. I mean, I'll play it. I'm not totally sure what I'll end up doing with this thing, but it's not terrible. The tuners, they work fairly well. They're not real loose, like they're not moving anything. They held tight. They move though. When you move them, you don't have to crank on them. I cannot tell you how many mandolins I've had to, like, you feel like you're gonna break something, especially on these ones. And it came set up well. The action is fairly low, and it doesn't buzz. The setup is really good on this thing. I'm really kind of impressed. It will hold my mandolin pick fairly well, because usually that's the way we go about checking action. I have a fairly thick mandolin pick. That's not the one I usually use. Let me find the one I usually use. So it'll hold it just about like that. Just about. Yeah, 9th fret, 8th fret, somewhere in there, which is really good for a mandolin, and really good for a mandolin like this. I cannot tell you how many far more expensive mandolins have been handed to me with action way higher. It's fairly nice for a mandolin in this price range, and to come with all the stuff that it comes with, you know, a tuner, extra strings, a strap, and a bag. That's very nice. Well, I think this thing plays pretty well. The actual feel part is very easy. The setup is really good, and for out of the box, it's far better than you would expect. Out of the box, it's better than some mandolins that are far more expensive. The tone is okay. It's what you would expect for a mandolin in this price range. It's what you would expect for a mandolin out of this construction. I think the more you play it, the more it's going to sound a little better as you wear the strings in. I think I've noticed some improvement since I've been playing it. I've been playing it about a week, just trying to get them all worn in, and I think it's better than when I opened it out of the box. I think the two things that I did to it, anybody could do. Just rounding over the edges. You know, it didn't take any special tool to do that. You could do that with like a nail file, an emery board. Just knock those edges soft. And then, you know, any old piece of something soft, stick it in there and mute that back part. You got a reasonably good playing mandolin. And for a beginner mandolin player, this is perfect for that. That's who this is marketed at. This is the #1 selling mandolin on Amazon. And who's buying instruments on Amazon? Beginners. And this is perfect for that. And it's in the right price range. It's got all the stuff that you need to start playing mandolin. Me playing it this week has gotten me back into playing mandolin. I really haven't played it too much recently, but now getting one and having it in my hands and actually playing it has been really nice. It's a beginner mandolin, and it's a fairly good one at that. When you can open the box, tune it up, and play it, I'm not sure what more you can say about it. If you're interested in this mandolin, or if you know someone who's interested in buying a mandolin, there's a link in the description. There's also a discount code that is on the screen as well as in the description. The folks at Vangoa offered that for anybody who's watching this video. It will expire after a couple weeks or so. I'll have to have that in the description as well. But this is a fairly nice mandolin. For a beginner instrument, it's pretty good. It's gotten me playing, and I don't know what better compliment you could say about an instrument. Thanks for watching this different video. I know this is not at all what I usually do, but you know, sometimes you got to do something different. I hope you enjoyed this thing, whatever it was. Once again, thanks for watching, and I will see you later.